Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. As I promised at the end of the last episode, I'm down here in the refinery, and I'm looking at the refinery, and I may have chosen this angle on purpose, but can anyone guess what the problem is? If you have already guessed it, or if you guessed it at the end of the last episode, well, yeah, you're doing good. The problem is, I never actually hooked up these outputs to these belts. So these containers finally finished, almost. I need to take all of this and start feeding it into... I don't even remember which one it is. Which one was plastic? I think the bottom one was plastic. Let's check the... Maybe I'll check the numbers here. Give me just a second to pull my spreadsheet up. Let's see. Plastic was supposed to have been 120. And rubber was 210. So yeah, so that's plastic. And that's rubber. Let's dump a bunch of this plastic in here just to get us started. I'm going to keep 200 of it. And we'll let that start feeding out. In the meantime, I can deconstruct some of this stuff here, because it's going to have to get repaired and redone so that the rubber here, well, here comes out, and the plastic comes out of here. So that's a Mark III belt. And that's going up to, by the way, level 1, 2, 3. So we need a lift here. I did that wrong modifier again. I actually, this time it was I held down the shift key, so I'm doing real good. Or the Windows key. So I'm doing real good here. Let's see. You go here, now you go back there. And now we have hands again. I need to go buy the coffee cup. Is what I need to do. That's a 4. What did I do? A 4 and a 3. Let's see. Rubber. 180 rubber is going back into plastic. So really, I only needed the 3. I don't know why I did Mark IV there. But let's try the Alt scroll wheel here. And then a 9 that goes there. And then it's also Mark III here. 1, 2 should put us up at level 3. And then I need a stackable. This will be the center here. It should be there. 2, 3. And a Mark III belt. And we're going to need another stop point. Right there, I think. No, it's going to be just back some. So I think I'll do it, well, where's this command? Way down there. Okay, good. I'll do it right... Actually, I'd like to do it right here in the center. 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. That's supposed to be on 4. Doggone it. Try that again. Okay, I'll get some more rubber in my inventory. You know, I need it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go there. And then you go there. How are you doing? Not going nearly fast enough. I mean, it's going 120 per minute, exactly what it's supposed to do. In the meantime, I suppose we can put a lift in here, a Mark II lift. Up to level 3. And then this one will go here. And there. I'll take the other 50. Thank you. You go. You go. I don't want to rush this too much here. Okay, it's going to go all the way to there. That's fine. There we go. And then a Mark II belt. There, and go. So that should help with, well, all matters. What I thought was the problem is going to be a problem very soon. And that is eventually, although it hasn't yet, this is going to fill up with the blue goo coming from over here. Excuse me. Once this gets all used up, the heavy oil residue, which this is going to kick on now, and it's going to handle that itself. Yeah, so here comes a little bit of blue goo. So I'm going to leave it alone again, and suffer the consequences. When that backs up, but hopefully by that point we'll have everything built upstairs, and we'll be coming back down here to put in an overflow splitter, and also to put in a overflow on the plastic containers anyway, which I do want to do still. And this is probably empty, yeah, because we're no longer making coke power. That's been long empty. I need to clean that up. But let's go back up and run through the base, because I haven't put in hypertubes through the base yet. So I think my plan will be to have bus D's hypertube come all the way down here and let out even real close to these two. Dump you out there, and then that'll be the access for this end of the bus. And they'll all end at the mall, I think. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll have definitely be using bus D's tube to get from the mall at least down to the end down there. Okay, so we should have plastic and rubber flowing again. We have all kinds of stuff going on. We built silicone high-speed connectors and supercomputers, well, sort of, last time. Oh, the other thing, in the comments for Wednesday's episode, Richard asked me how the power was doing. It's going to be a problem soon. I'm setting on a couple of geysers down below, and now that we have supercomputers being made, we could actually hook up the MAM again, and that might not actually be a bad idea to do right now, actually. Let's come down here toward the end, where we're going to actually use it, and then set up the MAM. Maybe I'll just do it right here in the walkway. That's a good place for it. And see what else we had to research, but I know geothermal was at least one of them. Alien organisms, done. Deuterium, we need to do programmable splitters, which means we needed 50 supercomputers. And we needed to do, I don't have enough rubber, but we need to do geothermal, which is another 50 supercomputers. So we need 100 supercomputers. That is 8 minutes. This is 8 minutes, okay? So Deuterium has 2, all empty, all done. Quartz is done, and sulfur is done. So it's those last 2 items. And so we need 100 supercomputers for that. We are not yet making them. The plastic hasn't made it this far yet, apparently, which is interesting to me. I guess it's just because of the sort of manifold nature of the bus that the plastic hasn't made it quite this far. Plastic's there, or is the problem... Oh, here it comes. Okay. It's just going to be slow because we're not using that much of it here. Yeah, here, it's coming in now. So I can feed it a little bit, and I can feed it some of those and some of those-ish. And then hopefully we can get the supercomputers going. But we need to have 100, so I need to watch this, and that'll actually be something that we do in the near future. We also need that extra rubber for the geothermals, and we're going to need some more heavy frames for it too, because I'm sure I'm going to end up spending what I have for the next couple of assemblies. But I don't see why we can't get those done soon. So the next thing that I want to work on, or what we have left to work on, I should say, is we have left... Let me get out of here and switch to here. We have the insulated crystal oscillator and turbo motor, the Rigor motor over here. Now that we have the AI limiters, we can get those started. It might be best to go back over there. But we also have heat exchangers. Those are used in the radio control systems, which is the heat exchanger is the alternate recipe for heat sinks. And radio control system is the alternate recipe for radio control unit. And those are used in the turbo Rigor motor, which is the next thing to do. So we have the turbo motor and its oscillators there. The turbo Rigor motor would be the next thing. And then we have, either on this side or on this side, we need to do both the heat exchangers and the radio control systems. if I were to look at the heat exchanger's ingredients, that's copper sheets and plastic. Copper sheets and plastic are both on bus C. Those are made in an assembler, hence the two ingredients. And then the radio control systems use quartz, supercomputers, and the heat sinks. The heat sinks, by the way, are going to be put onto bus... Or are they? Maybe I have them being fed directly... I think I have them being fed directly in. And then... Yep, I do. And actually I have the radio control systems being fed directly in to the turbo Rigor motors as well. So I think that means that this might be the end of this side of the bus. Might be best then is to set up the heat exchangers, the radio which is one assembler, less than one assembler, the radio control systems, which is less than one manufacturer, and the turbo Rigor motors all on that side all together somehow. They're kind of a daisy chain, so figuring out exactly how to lay it out, it will be fun to do, but doing all three of those together. None of them are used for anything but that item, so it makes sense to do them locally and not bother putting them on a bus. Oh, we needed to do the outputs here as well. I forgot about that. Let's do that while we wait for some of the supercomputers to go. Let's see now. Oh no, I don't want to do that one. This is going to be super duper slow. I don't remember what the number is on the super. Oh, it's 1. No, it's more than that. It is 2.11, I think. Supercomputers being produced here. And these go onto the bus. They go back to the mall. And they also go into making the radio control systems. So they're going to cross the bus to go to the other side. That comes out there. Comes out here. Look, supercomputers. We have made 2 there and like 4 there. We're rolling in it now, guys. I mean, we're only making 1.1 and 1.08 or something here. 1.0 here. So we're making just barely enough for everything. But I think what I'm actually going to do is not hook this to the bus yet. That way I can claim them as they come out. I think that's the best option. So the bus slot for supercomputers is B14. Plastic is there at B... No, that's C. Who's here? Nobody. Well, not nobody, but high-speed connectors are here. Those are at B13, so we need to put the supercomputers, thank you, autosave, at B14. We also need to extend the bus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. And here. Just so that we have that position. And then the supercomputers will go on to 14 right here. Splitter. This is... Who knows which way this is going to end up going. Well, definitely it'll go to the right as we stand here, but I don't know if it'll end up coming to the left or not, depending on how we arrange that area. If we arrange it just right, it could come straight through, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So I know it needs to go this way. And I know it needs to come down here to level 3. And I'm not sure how I want to handle this part. Because I definitely do not want to connect these up yet. Because it's going to be... Well, if we need 100, that's 100... No. It's about 50 minutes. It's 48 minutes or something like that. So, it's going to be a while. I think I will leave it like this, though. Actually, what I could do... Just to hold the space, I could put this in here and connect that belt over to here. I think that's where it would need to be. That looks right. So that's what I'm gonna do, just to hold this, that this space exists and is occupied, and then we'll connect that up at the end. This contains 9 supercomputers, and then there's a couple on the belt here, and one on the belt there, soon to be another one, hopefully. Yes, one on the way here. So we'll definitely need to take care of those. How is the plastic doing? Is it coming along? It is coming along. Is it building up? It is building up. Excellent. All right. So let's come back over here now, and we can work on our quartz, our insulated crystal oscillators, which need the quartz, the something that I can't see here, rubber, and the AI limiters. And we were bringing those in here in some fashion. I think it was going to be on level 3, 5, and 6, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's going to have to be on 3, 5, and 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one's actually going to have to go back out on 7. This was motors, which actually is going out in the bus onto B9. How are we going to do this? Oh no, this was going through on 3 back to the bus. These were all going to be higher. Why did I stack that so high then, though? Let's look at it. So we have quartz crystal, which is bus A. We have... You know what it was? This is the first sort of complicated build, and I hadn't figured it all out yet. We went back down there and started doing these complicated pull-offs, because this was the first manufacturers we hit. And so I never came back down here and thought about the complicatedness of it. Okay, so anyway, so rubber is C, quartz was A, and the third thing was AI limiters, which are on B. So what we need to do is leave the space for this one to come out on level 3. That way you can go straight through, the motors, that is, can go straight through to B and then go up. So that's going to be... Oh, and are these correct? That's the other question. Are these correct? They are nowhere near correct. But I think these being like this makes sense, like in terms of being the same equidistant or whatever. So that means that these need to be brought in, I think, by the regular 2... Oops, I missed one. The regular 2 clicks, 2 meters here. Is that correct? I guess I should put a couple more in. Is that correct? Nope, that's not correct either. It's only 1 meter. Okay. Easily solved. Be there then. That is correct. Okay. So that's where these are. So they're actually in by 1 meter compared to the output. So the output needs to come here. Here. This needs to go in and through to bus B. And then that's going up to B9. And then we need to bring off the computers. No. the crystal off of bus A. So that would be, if it was centered there, we need to go, I think there. Double check that. Yep. So that's where one of the inputs needs to come from. The next one could come from here. And then the third one needs to come from, I think it would be end up being here. Yeah, I think that's correct. So, well, actually the one from A can just come... Oh, even better. We don't need the third one over here. Because the one that's on bus A, the quartz crystal, once it comes down here, it can just come straight down and into whichever input, like up a ways, up here, somewhere. The topmost one that we need. So if 3 is the output, then we need to do 5, 6, and 7 for the inputs. So quartz crystal will be on 7. 1, 2, well, 4, 5, 6. Actually, that one comes out. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. That one's correct. And then we need to come over here and do 1, 2, 3. And then here. Take all of you guys out. 13 and 5 is 18. Good. And then this one is going to be right there on 3. And actually, that could even come. That could even stay on the floor and then be raised up to 3. Maybe. We can decide that later. The point is, it needs to be on 3, so it has to be the one here. It doesn't have to be, but I want it to be. Okay. Anyway. Enough nattering, Wally. Let's double check this one more time. Yep, that's correct. Okay. So, these need to be up here on level 3. Lots of 3 talk. So then we come back here to bus B, and we can pick up something. Rubber was on C, quartz crystal, and why am I forgetting the third thing again already? AI limiters. I thought of it just as I went to press the button. AI limiters are on B at B12. Okay, so we can pull those off right here. That's the AI limiters coming down, and then this will be back here. This will be where the the rubber comes down. I guess we need to do some math on the rubber counts here. Let me pull up my spreadsheet and go to the rubber column. So we're bringing 210 down the bus. We've already pulled 60 out for the mall, or we will have already pulled 60 out for the mall. 3 for iodine-infused filters, 30 for cartridges, 6.2 for filters, 67.5 for deuterium computers, 30 for insulated cable. And so we're down here at the end with only 13.1. That's the plastic belt. So the last thing should have been the computers, which are here. There should be rubber right here somewhere. Plastic. No, here we are. Rubber. So this is still a Mark II belt, but from this point forward, it only needs to be Mark 1. If I can squeeze my cursor in here. There. And this is just above the plastic belt. So I actually need just some pulls here. And there. And then back we go. Did that one? Yes. Here. And I did remember to pick up the, okay, so now that's at the nearest, no, it's not at the nearest. We need stackables here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof. 9, 10. No. Can I see it better from this side? Maybe. 10. Where are we at? I've already forgotten the number. 11, 12. And then this is... Did I go to the wrong bus? What did I just do? Oh, I put stackables on bus D that doesn't need them. Okay. That was really goofy. Try that again. Take those out. Okay. So we are now... Where are we? We're right there. Rubber. Yes, good. Okay. So here we go. Splitter. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You go there. All of you go away. This was how much rubber for the insulated crystal oscillators? 13.1. So yes, it is a Mark 1 belt, and it is all we will ever need. And then that goes to, well, actually these aren't supposed to be here either. These are supposed to be here and here, because they need to be where the nope, the lift goes, like this, and then this one can be 5, I guess. It doesn't really matter. And then this one can be 6. Did I mess that up? I messed this one up. It should be centered on the seam. And 6. There you are. And then 7 will come down and go from there. So let's find... I guess we can hook up the rubber here. We can take these out first, I guess. That would be good. And we can hook the rubber up across. And then bus B, which is here. This is going to be AI limiters, which are on 12, which is this one. Did I put a belt in there that I can't see? I did not. There. Right, so B12. Wait, was that other one 12 as well? Yeah, it was. Okay, so you go autosave. Yep, this is right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then I can't even see which one it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 should be this one. Apparently not. This one? Okay, let's use the ladder. Yeah, I thought about it. That. I apparently miscounted or something. AI limiters are on B12. Did I miss? Apparently so. Those are AI limiters, right? Yes. Okay. This is the high-speed connectors. They're on 13. Unless I missed something. Oh, no. Okay. Let me see. I can do this carefully. There are 14 stack poles there. I must have counted the ground one as the first one. Okay, it's okay. And then quartz crystal. How much of quartz crystal do we need? I should double check also the other one, which was the 18.1 quartz crystal. And the last thing was something that I can never remember. The AI limiters, which are 1.875. Yeah. Okay, so we're good there. This is AI limiters coming down to here. Take these out. Take these out. Oops. Okay, and then we need to bring quartz crystal down, which is on A13. And it's probably still way down here somewhere. That's the encase, which is A11. Let's just stretch these up a little bit here. The case is an 11, so yes, 13. That one right there. Goes to there. The next hole is here. The highest thing we have is silica, which is 7. So we also have 8 and 9 here. 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we need 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good. And good. And then this needs to go. I guess I should have left something in there, but it's one off from here. So it goes here. 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We should end up with 13 of these deconstructing. We do. Excellent. You go in there. I'm going to put these down here. But I can distinguish them. 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, quartz is still incoming. This goes here. Okay, so that should be 5, 6, and 7. And make sure everything is right here. I think it is. So let's go ahead and run this into there. This into, and this into here. And that should enable us, of course, after connecting these, to set up the power. Which side is less horrible to place this stuff at? I think probably this one. Let's do It can't be there. I also need to do this. I haven't gotten used to that new key yet. Guess I could do like here maybe. And this goes all the way down to this one. And then this one would be here. And this goes right there, then to there. And this should be working. And it is. Excellent. Okay. So we have that. And then now, it's all lined up well. Good. And now the next piece would be to hook up the inputs for these two guys. They need rotors, stators, and the crystal oscillators. So rotors and stators can come through on 3 and 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rotors and stators are on bus B. Yep, 7 and 8. Bus B, 7 and 8. A, here's B. Coming from this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the other one can just get fed in. Why did I leave so much space there? I have no idea why I left so much space there. Oh well. Was it an input issue? Oh, I bet it was an issue here. Or something. And we can put this one here. 0, 1, 2. Oopsie. Nope, you don't go there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, we can just add 1 to this, I suppose. I'm out of plates. There. So I actually can come... Yeah, they can come down from there. Let's see. Rotors and stators. And this is the Rigor motor. 5.6 of each. That's stators. Stators are the upper one. And then rotors are just here. Actually, I think I see them right there. I do. They go into there. Okay. And then we need to bring them down. I am out of plates. Let me run and get some plates and I'll be right back. And we're back. I have almost 400 plates, which hopefully should work. Just noticed that one didn't have its third either. Comes down to there. Down there. Okay, that one's going to go straight in. We'll put it in the second position, I think. Putting the oscillators in the first one. Then we need, that's 1, 2, 3. That's right. And this goes here. 2, 3, 4, 5. These all come out. And then this... I don't know how I'm going to connect those yet. Probably just there on the bottom level, though. This needs to go... here. And then lift here. Just going to 5. Go out. Go straight across. Will this reach all the way to there? It will. Excellent. And this one will go all the way into there. And that means that I want one of these here. Handle that. And then a splitter. Here's be right there. Right there. Bump my head. And into there. And then we need these here. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. Mark 1. Mark 1. They're all super low numbers, so they're all mark 1s. Rigor motor. Rigor motor. Let's see. We need 1.5 rigor motors. I need to make those both 0.75s. I also want to look at the crystal oscillator, which is 1. Okay. These are both 75%. That's 5.62 per minute times 2 of them is 11.3, 11.25, and then that should be good. Set up the output. For the output, I could take them both up, but I think with the power line being there, that might be an issue. Actually not. I think I will do it like this. Delete that. I think I'll do it here. This is a little bit sort of cheaper. You only need one merger. You don't need all the lifts. Line leaps. And then I can take this one up actually right away. That's 2 and 3. This goes not necessarily to there, but through there, onto B9. B. And then these are going, where are these used? I think these are used in the mall and the turbo rigor motors. Yep. So they're going to go both directions, which is not surprising. This goes there. 1, 2, 3. What did I just do? Up there. That's what I just did. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that... Okay. B... 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, here. Do it this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lift. Here. I'm not going to eyeball it. You guys know me better than that. 2, 3. That goes there. And if I can get this, yes I can. And this is going to come this way some distance that I don't know. Okay, so we are good to go. So this was a little bit of a longer episode. Been a couple of those lately, but I think you guys are okay with it. We figured out the issue with plastic and rubber, and then we set up the turbo, or the Rigor Motors, rather. I keep wanting to call them turbo motors. The Rigor Motors, which needed the crystal oscillators first. So I think that ended up working out and looking okay with the way that stuff is aligned. I mean, this one's off alignment with those, but it has to be because of the way it's positioned. Oh, I think I know what I was going to do before. I was going to make these all lined up and just have a little short belt in there, but I think this looks fine, being off by a meter. All right, so thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.